how you going? The reason I come to Keebra was because in grade 7 I was very fortunate to be offered a scholarship by the school, and you know, as a Burleigh junior I was just hammered that go to Palm Beach, you're meant for that. And well, I come to Keebra one day, saw the videos, seen all the culture they had, and I just wanted to be a part of it, and yeah, now I am.
When I was grade 7, I was offered a scholarship from Keebra Park to come join the sports specialisation program. I got offered by a few schools, but once I seen, you know, who's been there and the sort of tradition Keebra Park has, I really couldn't say no.
There was not much opportunity back at home. There was only one NRL team. Keebra Park just gave me a scholarship and a contract to West Tigers.
Mr. Linton gave me the opportunity to help me to try to fulfill my dreams.
I came to Keebra to find some more opportunities in rugby league.
Before I met Mr. Campbell and Mr. Linton, I was 130 kgs, and then 6 months at Keebra, I got down to 113. It was one of the best achievements I've done in my life, and I feel better about it.
School back in New Zealand, probably didn't attend as much as I should have. I went out a lot, went out with the boys, late nights. I had to change all that once I came to Keebra to focus on rugby league and keeping fit, keeping healthy.
Wasn't really the brightest kid in school. Always getting in trouble and you know, getting suspended from school as well. Just hanging around with the wrong crowd.
Played a lot of rugby union. I didn't have much experience in rugby league.
We travel a lot, especially some of the boys that live in Brisbane. You know, 3 times a week we got to be at school by 6:30, so that's 4:30 wake-ups and in the car and driving from Brisbane to the Gold Coast. So you definitely you miss out on sleep, which then you catch up on the weekends, so you miss, you know, activities and that to do on the weekends. So yeah, you miss out on, you got to sacrifice a lot of things.
I had to leave my family behind, all my friends, and stay at home, people that I didn't know.
Hopefully the sacrifices I've made will take me all the way to NRL. I really want to make it. Just do my parents and my family proud. Everyone back home, yeah. I just want to make them proud.
Keebra hasn't just made me a better football player, it's made me a better person. Like, I believe that I've become really close to my brothers. Like, that's what we call each other, our brothers.
Just to all the Keebra brothers that I've spent this year with. They were my family this year when I had no family.
I believe it's just not all about football, it's about life and how you need to go into life. And I think that Keebra's a good school because it's got a good bond with everyone, and like everyone gets along, everyone respects each other.
I definitely know that rugby league's not going to last forever, so you do need to have a backup plan.
My dreams in the future would be to obviously become a professional rugby league player, but also now that I've learnt that you must have something to back it up. So I want to get an apprenticeship in plumbing next year, and hopefully own my business in a few years to come.
Keebra Park's not just about football. You know, there is stuff we've got to, you know, live up to, and the coaches expect stuff out of us. You know, we got to be passing our classes, we got to be turning up to class. We got to be, you know, working hard, and I think it shows if you cut corners, not just at training but in school and life in general, you know, you're not gonna get the best out of what you're doing. Definitely being a role model to all the younger kids at the school. I know when I was in grade 8 and I was in the younger grades, I would look up to all the open A's, you know, and to be honest, they were probably like my idols. That's what I dreamed of for like 5 years, is to play open A's. So one thing I learned along the way at Keebra Park is, you know, you are a role model to younger kids and to people in the community. And so you got to respect and be responsible.
If you want to chase your dream to become a professional rugby league player, I believe this is a school to do it.
It's the best move I've done coming to Keebra. Best experience.
I'd say take it on. Keebra Park to me it's not just a school. It's a family, and you know, it's a big opportunity to come play for Keebra. I wouldn't say no to it. it's a challenge. The trainings are hard. You know, nothing's easy, but that's what makes you work hard, and that's what's going to bring the best out of you. So if you're offered the chance to come to Keebra Park, I'd suggest take it.
Where I'm going from now is going down to Sydney at the end of this year to start my training with under 20s Tigers.
I was very lucky to make my debut in the Toyota Cup for the Brisbane Broncos. So this November I'll be moving up to Brisbane, doing a pre-season with the Toyota Cup.
I'm going down to West Tigers in November to train with the Toyota Cup team. I'll be living down there.
I've learnt a lot in the sports special program. Coming into Keebra, I was pretty inexperienced, so Mr. Linton, Mr. Campbell, and all the rest of the coaching staff taught me a lot. Just learn how to play the game better, do all the technical stuff right. Because before it was just all about big hits and big runs.
It has taught me a lot, especially being disciplined on and off the field.
In all the 5 years, it has taught me to like never give up. Like we have a saying, Friday mornings. That is like where the challenge comes. And yeah, pretty much they've all taught me to never give up and chase your dream, and that's what I'm doing.
It's taught me to work harder than the guy next to you. Always help them too. It's taught me just never give up, never go half-hearted, or you'll get a half-hearted result.
Keebra Park has taught me a lot of things, especially discipline. You know, there's a lot. You can be a real good football player, but then have bad discipline and not go on. You have to be very disciplined on and off the football field. That's one thing Mr. Linton really spoke to me hardly about this year, is keep my discipline up. You know, you can be the most gifted football player in the world and not go on because of your discipline.
Go as hard as you can, train as hard as you can, be committed.
And I'd just like to thank all the coaches that helped out since I've been at Keebra Park. Mr. Campbell for all the trainings and all the hard work. You know, he puts in as much hard work as we do. And Mr. Linton for believing in me and giving me a shot this year and giving me the captaincy for a game meant a lot. And all the other coaches from grade 8. You know, they've had a big say in how I was a player and how I was as a person. So I'd just like to thank them very much for everything they've done for me.
I'd just like to thank, Mr. Linton. If it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't have been the captain of the Open A's this year and probably wouldn't have made the Australian Schoolboys. Mr. Campbell, you've helped me out a lot. If it wasn't for your training, your hard training, I wouldn't be as fit as I am today. It was probably one of the toughest things I've been through, and yeah, you've made me a better person. Mr. Wolf, Mr. Smalls, Mr. Gould, Mr. Hart, Mr. Stevens, thank you for all that you've done for me. You've made me a better person. I hope we can catch up in a few years to come and have a cold drink together, not beer, just a soft drink.
I would like to thank Mr. Linton and Mr. Campbell for everything they've done for me, especially Mr. Linton for bringing me over and giving me the scholarship to Keebra Park. And I don't regret meeting you, even you, Mr. Campbell.
Definitely for myself. Mr. Linton talked to me about, my maturity levels and how we all got to grow up. That's one thing. If you're going to be a professional football player or be a part of the Keebra Park Rugby League squad, you got to be responsible and respectful, and you do got to grow up a bit. And it's not just a job. It's not a job for kids. It's a job for men. And that's one thing Keebra Park and the Rugby League program has turned all us boys into as men.